What's going on? It's your boy Vari.
And Shati.
From the You Know What It Is podcast, and we are here to let y'all know that we are on Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So make sure you subscribe, follow, and
hit that like button.
There we go. Comment below and let us know what y'all want to hear.
It says don't mix it. It says the same thing for Gatorade because Gatorade also says that.
They don't want you to dilute it. They want you to taste all this flavor.
No, all that sugar up in there. No, that should need to be diluted. They poured the bag in there.
The bag of what?
Sugar. It was sweet. I gave it to Cross thinking it was cool, whatever.
You see how when you become parents, we were drinking Gatorade, not reading labels.
You know,
when we was kids, we wasn't giving a fuck about mixing it with water. Now you care. You about to write the damn Gatorade people telling them this shit. You might as well.
You know, I don't even remember it being that sugary.
It most definitely was. It's the same formula. I don't think they spiced it up.
They didn't change
Maybe
it
because
at
we
all.
cut back a lot.
It's the same
Do
power.
it taste
You're just
sugary
not
to
drinking
you?
the shit.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Your taste buds is off.
I think it's because we cut back a lot.
Come back on what?
Sugar, because I stopped drinking sodas, juices like that. I mean, so that could be a huge effect.
Right.
That's about. Well,
What
we
was my first?
are back on the You Know What It Is podcast. Shati and Vari Talks TV. But today we got Taylor and Paisley. No Shati. And Brandon. So, you know. At first, what we was talking about was a parenting show. And I want to actually finish that conversation because I didn't watch the full episode of the last week's, but what we're talking about so far with them opening the doors and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was taught from a very early age not to open the door for no damn body.
Or it was going to take your ass.
Yeah. And if you heard the door opening and shit like that, I would go wait. Most likely it's my parents. You know what I mean? But if for any reason it was anybody else, you know not to answer that motherfucking door.
Did you get left home alone?
I did.
Oh, I didn't get left home
I didn't
alone.
because my mom was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah,
but I
nah.
still knew, don't answer the door, don't open the door. You don't know these fucking people.
I just peeped out the window, see who it was.
See, you would have got shot.
Yep. They would have been like, oh, somebody definitely is.
Looking.
Let's go ahead and...
It would have been on some Home Alone shit.
Bruh.
It would have been trying to break in and your ass would have had to
just
set
looking.
schemes
Nope,
and traps
as soon
and
as,
shit.
like, when Jehovah's Witnesses and shit like that would be banging on your fucking door, I would just ignore the hell out of that. Even now, these niggas be knocking on my door like they're the fucking police.
Them
They
and the
don't come over
Mormons.
to our place.
Yeah, they don't come over there.
Well, yeah, for
But-
reasons.
But I heard they pies was good.
Mormons?
You talking about the bean pies?
Yep, I heard they
Mormons make bean pies?
No, you talking not Jehovah's Witnesses, but you're talking about bean pies. Those are Muslims.
Oh, they all the
That's
same.
crazy.
Not they're all the
That's
same.
crazy.
Their bean pies are good. I've had a
what?
couple of bean
Look
pies.
at this bitch.
What are they?
Bean pies are good.
What is
It's a bean pie. I don't know what
I don't
kind
know
of
what's
bean
in
it
it. I heard
is.
it's
Yeah.
Pinto beans?
So I'm thinking it's
No.
like a Japanese bean. Like if you ever had a bean
The Mormons
pancake.
got the Japanese beans?
Look,
I mean, not the
There
Mormons,
is
but the Muslims?
Yeah, you ain't never seen the like when
Yeah,
they walk
I've
on the
seen
street.
them,
Okay, so they
but
be
I've
selling bean
never
pies too.
seen what
Okay,
that shit
bean
was actually
pies.
made
Google
of.
Google what it looked like. Pull it up on the screen because yes, they do have bean pies.
Hey, Google a bean pie.
And it looked like a bean paste type of pie.
Yeah, but what the fuck is it made of?
A bean.
A bean.
A bean.
It's a healthier substitute for sweet potato pie. It's good. I'm telling you. Hold on.
Oh, so it's...
Because they're
A
like
bean.
Yeah,
A
it
red
look like-
bean.
it look like sweet
navy
potatoes.
beans. Yeah,
It's
they're
navy beans.
It's navy beans, sugar, eggs, milk, some warming spices on a whole wheat crust.
Nigga, we make soup with navy beans.
I ain't never been in the military, and I'm not eating none of the food they serve y'all, because
Nigga.
chow looks disgusting. It
No.
looks like a knockoff sweet potato pie. They're
It
good.
does, but navy fucking
They're
beans,
good.
bro? Yeah, well, listen, my mom made brownies with black beans before.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, no, that's a bit
Wait,
much.
you said your
What?
mom did a what now?
So instead of using, I think it was eggs and milk or something like that, she would use the black, what's some shit?
Black beans?
Black beans.
Her mama tripping.
Dog, the first time she gave it to me, she was like, "Yo,
Javari
eat these
don't
brownies."
count because he eat all kind of shit. The rest of us wouldn't like it because
Listen, no.
I just feel like, why
listen.
couldn't we buy the
So
box?
it was good.
I'm
You
just
couldn't
saying,
just
out of
bought
all
the
of us,
box?
only one of us.
I don't
only
even
one
like
of us.
chocolate.
No way.
Only one of us.
Ain't no
Only
way.
I
one
don't
of us.
even listen.
Ain't no way.
I
Ain't
don't
no
even
way.
like chocolate like that.
So
bro.
how are you eating brownies? Brownies are supposed
With
to be
black
My
beans?
chocolate.
mom.
Maybe
made
she just
some-
made those specifically for
beans?
you.
My mom made the brownies. Didn't tell me that the black beans were in the brownies yet.
Black
I
beans?
devoured
That's
the
disgusting.
brownies.
It's like she substitute the chocolate for the black
At least
beans.
she was getting your fiber. She made sure you
no,
were
you were
fiber.
substituting something else for the black beans. The chocolate, no, because you used the.
You're not
the
finna sit
powder.
up here and try to justify this to us. The black delegate said your ass was out. That's the ruling.
My mom was trying some shit and it worked.
It did not.
It did. You ain't tried it.
All your
I
brothers
don't
ate
want
them?
to.
My brother, yeah, my big brother.
Yeah, your little
I don't
big
have-
brother?
Yeah, that nigga. He ate them shits and loved them.
Y'all gonna be the only ones loving them.
My mama.
Ain't no way.
Denise ain't never making no shit like that.
Black
Denise
bean.
gonna make brownies regular.
Black bean brownies.
Because
Just
Shut up.
Look at the name.
But he turning his nose up at bean pies.
right. Oh,
He's
me.
like,
yeah, you.
Only
Yeah.
one
Talking
of
about
us.
right.
Only one of us.
Not for
Only
no
one of us eat
brownies.
chitlins in here.
You.
You.
I don't eat no fucking.
Yes,
I've had chitlins. I don't eat them like, oh man, I need me some.
But if they have them, you getting some?
No. I've ate them one time at Kyle's house. His mama made them, and it was busting. But that
The
was the only
fact
time I
that
was
you're
ever gonna
saying
eat 'em.
intestines are bussing in
The
any
way
sentence
she-
is wrong.
That's wild. That's wild. That's a wild sentence.
I eat gizzards.
I know that too, because he
Gizzards
used to
are
always
good.
he used to always cook fried chicken and fried
So
gizzards.
gizzards aren't good?
We're not eating that either.
You see
You
what
don't
my
eat gizzards?
you see what my shirt
Absolutely
says?
not.
Bold, black, and oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
for
I'm
sure.
not
That
eating.
last one
I'm
right
not
there?
eating gizzards.
That last one is you for sure.
No,
We need to do away with that slave food.
thank you.
Y'all need to cut the shit
Jabari
out.
do be acting like he's still in them times though.
Mhm.
He
Listen,
be eating like he in them times for
shut
real.
the fuck up.
I know it's Black History Month, but man,
You
If
can
the
make better
food-
choices.
If the food is good, why would I not eat the food?
There's nothing about eating an intestine that sounds like it's
Gizzards
good. I'm
are
not eating
good.
that. No.
Yeah, when I make
You eat
some-
liver?
chickens?
Oh,
Yeah,
He
chicken.
said,
You
oh,
old. You an old black person.
You
My granny
fried
gets
chicken livers. I don't eat them like how they be eating them like steaks and shit like that. That shit is weird to me. Liver and onions?
boy, you're nasty.
I ain't never.
Nasty.
So
But I'll eat me some chicken livers for sure.
Absolutely
Deep
not.
fried, hard, with some hot sauce. Bussin'.
Disgusting.
You eat pig feet?
No.
Oh, you
I
would
don't
love
like
that.
the gelatinous. I don't even eat okra, nigga.
yeah, he
Fried?
don't eat okra.
None of that shit. Them
I'll eat
little
it fried. I'll eat it
those
fried.
little ball things?
I'm not eating it in
Ugh.
anything else because it's slimy, but I'll eat it fried. Fish Cage has amazing fried okra.
Okra is the most texture disgust. Like it's the
Wow.
worst
I
vegetable.
do like fried okra.
Fried okra is good. It doesn't
Okra is
taste the
worst
same.
vegetable.
And I'm not gonna lie, if you put it in gumbo, I'm gonna eat it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go to
pick it
Louisiana.
out.
I'm gonna disrespect the shit out of them. They're gonna be like, "You're not eating it with no okra." No, bitch, take it out.
It's slimy.
Disgusting. I don't want
Yeah.
snot.
That is.
That
what
is
it
the
looks like.
equivalent of okra in fucking gumbo. Snot.
Y'all so disrespectful.
Them Louisiana niggas really be trying to get your ass too, boy.
No, not okra. No.
This nigga eat gizzards, but okra's where he draws the line.
Shut the hell. Gizzards is
And
regular.
you real picky, so that don't even count.
Gizzards, I feel like
Because
it's
Brandon
regular.
Brandon don't eat shit. He don't eat
He
nothing.
eat pizza.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Like some bullshit.
You was just asking for a pizza next
Well,
door.
Right,
Oh.
but I eat a lot of other stuff too. I eat a lot of foreign foods too. Like I eat, because we eat fried fish whole.
Back to where we
That's
was at.
good.
Fucking
We got
this
home.
Kids.
parents. I know we got on off fucking
That happens.
but we are gonna be talking about kids a lot on this because in both of the shows, BMF, I got some kid questions. Cause Charles,
I didn't make it that far.
God damn,
I'm on 5, but go ahead and talk about it because
you on where
I'm on episode 5.
of season 1?
She didn't.
Okay,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Season 1.
Dog,
So-
you had 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks.
Can you not come for her head?
I've been working.
She said Brandon was already watching it, so all she had to do was just.
She be doing other stuff though.
What is other stuff?
I don't think Paisley's ever been to sit down and watch like TV, like unless like anime. I've never known her to like sit and watch TV and shows like that ever.
When you tell me you're gonna watch something,
I did watch it.
Barely.
I did. I tried.
I'm so glad he's here because he'll tell the truth because she be lying.
It's hard for me to just like watch that.
Why?
Because Cross be up. I can't watch nothing violent with he on, so I gotta watch
What you
the
mean?
shows.
Me and him be watching Power
Exactly,
all the
and
time.
that's the problem. Now my baby
That
running
probably be
around.
keeping him
My baby
sane.
be running around with guns, talking about some pew pew pew. Dead serious.
Hey.
Where he get the guns from? I mean, listen.
House
It's the
full of
Nerf
BB guns.
BB? No. Nerf.
They hit like a BB.
Nerf. I need to
Listen,
pop you with one.
What we need to do is still talk about the show because
Yes.
we could just jump into that.
Okay.
I got a lot of questions. The daddy cheated on the mama.
Of course. That was
Yeah,
already
you're
foreshadowed
expecting
throughout
that.
the whole thing.
Nigga, what? Fucking.
Throughout the whole
I
thing,
didn't watch the
bro.
whole thing.
Went over to fix Mrs. Whoever's light and was
Mabel.
looking
Oh,
good.
no.
Hold
From
on,
the
before
dress.
we get there, let's finish this
What you
parent
mean?
test shit. Because I wanted to talk about this. I cried the first damn episode.
I
Alright?
like that couple. I know who you're talking about. The dad that was crying.
When he's talking about raising kids and like they're being
Yeah.
black. The
That is
helicopter
not why I
parents.
cried. And
Oh.
at the same time, that man, I kind of understand him, but at the same time, nigga, relax. All them parents said, yo, are you going to let him be a kid? I am trying to raise a black man in this blah, 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 blah,
That's
blah,
the
blah, blah,
problem.
blah.
Oh,
That's
I
the
saw
issue.
that clip.
And I don't
That's
like,
about it.
like, I understand what you're doing. I understand
Right,
it
you're trying to
completely.
prepare him, but at the same
But
time, he's
let
still
him be a kid. Nigga is 8.
But hear him out. Can you raise a child in a world where they don't see your child as a child? They'll never see Kari as a child. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to really pay attention to that, right? Because they're gonna say, oh, this lady, this man, they're gonna treat your kids like a full-grown adult. So can you really raise a child when the world sees them
Yes,
as a grown
because
adult?
they're still a fucking child. At the end of the day, Kari is still a kid. And I will not deny him to go to the playground or to do kid shit. Just because I'm going to still allow him, I'm going to still raise him in a way that when he does go out into the world, he will be seen, for the most part, as an equal. But we know how this world is. So, I can prepare him as much as I can, but at the same time, am I going to let him live?
Yeah.
Am I going to let him find things out? Or am I going to shelter him and then make him this weird introvert?
Mr. Bubble Boy.
And I don't want to do that.
I think the only issue was he had his kids fearful versus being like, this is the world, and building them to be strong about it. He was more so like being fearful and making them feel fearful. So when he's talking about like, oh, my daughter is trying to protect me, she's grabbing me while
Oh
we're
yeah,
out.
he's scary.
To me, it's like, but your daughter shouldn't feel that way. She should be, because she's a kid, oblivious to that type of world. And then, you're just building up her self-confidence at that point when she's young. You want to build her self-confidence. And then when she's older, maybe you can have that talk about that. But for her to be like 3, 4, or 5 and she's scared while walking down the street, that's kind of... Cross just be in the street. He don't even know what the fuck car is. He's just in the street. So it's kind of like, I can understand it, but then like, I feel like he over-sheltered. Because I definitely shelter Cross. But then I feel like Cross still gets to be a kid at the end of the day, like.
And that's my whole thing. Just let the motherfuckers be kids.
And then I feel like the Asian couple, their only focus was, we want her to be successful in life. We want her not to have to struggle. We want her to not have to worry. But also, I feel like that's based off their culture. Asian people, they love to outshine other Asian people. That's just what it is. That's just their culture. So for her, that's what she wants. The black dude who's kind of following in her steps, the one where his son knows like English, Spanish, Japanese,
Oh, I saw
ESL,
his clips. Yeah.
slang, all kind of shit. That he was
Slang.
teaching-
Yeah.
He was teaching his kid for no reason. I feel like he's more of like, oh, well, I want my son to be better than white people, or I want my son to have this, because he did everything so that his son wouldn't be viewed as a black kid, I feel like. Like his main purpose
A
was
poor black kid is what
Right.
he didn't want to look like.
he just wanted his son to be immaculate, but I feel like everybody's immaculate in their own ways, and he just
And I ain't gonna go broke to just be like to show my son that we
to speak 7 languages.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about
Jobs
to
ain't
go
even
broke
paying
that
for
shit.
you
Like,
to
what
know
the
more
fuck?
than one language no more.
Right.
That shit's done. So it's like really no point.
But I felt like the gay couple.
The ones that ran off.
They were really my favorite up until that
Mine
last
too.
episode.
Up until but
What
when
happened on the last episode?
so they did like a home invasion type shit scenario where somebody was at the door and then if the kid answered the door, they were like, "Oh well, are your parents home?" No, but oh well, I'm a plumber. So can I come in and check the
It was
you know
the
what I'm
gas
saying?
company.
Right. Either or, and it was like, yeah, go ahead, come on. So some of the kids let the stranger in.
Mm.
That was the challenge apparently.
Mm.
So the gay couple, their daughter, I think they had a daughter and a son or 2 sons, some shit. They kids opened up the door. Dude was like, "Oh, I'm with the gas company. Can I come in?" He was like, "Yeah." This motherfucker ran off like he was on Maury and just found out that wasn't the daddy.
Bruh.
Ran off into the back. The camera's chasing him. They chasing him. The
It's
dude chasing him. It's wild. I'm like, this shit is wild. For no reason, it just escalated. He's crying in the corner and shit. Then they come back out. He was like, "I just don't think that's an appropriate clip to show why." And he's like,
why
"I
wouldn't
knew."
it be? What was wrong with the clip?
They show everybody else's downfalls. These motherfuckers get one downfall and they acting like,
So have they
Mass
passed all the
murder.
challenges before that?
I think so, yeah. Their kids did pretty well. Both their kids jumped off that diving board.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a mock scenario, right?
Yeah,
It
it's
wasn't
fake.
real.
It wasn't real. They knew that those were paid actors, et cetera, et cetera. They were just more so mad that they showed that their kid opened the door. And they were like, "We can talk about it, but we don't have to show it." And I'm like, "Okay, well,
What's
we're
wrong with
showing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because everybody else,
Ain't nothing wrong
the
with
whole
it.
purpose of,
It's a learning
of
process,
this is
right?
a learning
Yep.
experience and to learn from each other.
Yeah.
So some parents are more relaxed, some parents are more strict. It's so that you can see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? And that was just at that time, that was just their
I just don't get with
learning curve. for
allowing
me.
my kid to
Because
do,
they didn't have that talk with their child.
I just don't get with some of the leniency, the lenient parents like asking the kids shit. I ain't gonna ask no motherfucking 5-year-old shit. I ain't asking you for nothing. I'm telling you what we about to do. That's part of my thing. Like, when does discipline and when did that shit just go out the window?
When it
'Cause-
was labeled as abuse.
But is it abuse?
No.
No.
That's just how
Oh.
it's viewed as now.
And I think some things are abuse, right? Like,
Some things definitely
But-
are, for sure.
I think a lot of, like, as far as, like, discipline, and I feel like you should be able to discipline your kids in what they need in that moment. Like, if it's something small, something big, whatever the case.
And it doesn't always involve putting your hands on them.
So do
no,
you believe in
possibly
gentle
crying.
parenting?
When he get put in
To an
that corner,
extent.
he don't like
Okay.
that.
To an
But
extent,
sometimes
you can
I
your
tell
ass
him,
beat at the
like,
point.
Oh,
That's-
go get in the corner. And he's like, no. I'm like, go in the corner, Cross, because you're not behaving, you're not listening, whatever. And then if he's like, no, okay, so that's not the appropriate discipline for you right now. You just need me to smack you. Okay, cool. So then there. Now you're going to feel it. I think so. Those are like differences, you know, because all the time I don't always hit him. Sometimes I just be like, nope, you got to go to bed now. The other night he refused, and y'all, I had to go to work. It was like 4:00. Brandon don't give a fuck because he's sleeping, and Cross is just up watching movie after movie after movie after movie,
Let him watch it.
bothering me.
Let him watch it.
Yeah, because he wasn't waking you up; he was waking me up.
Oh yeah, he wasn't bothering me.
So then now, right, like I'm frustrated to the point I turned everything off. Go to bed because I'm trying to sleep. I have to be at work, and every time I
feel
turn around,
that.
it's mom, 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 mom. No, ain't no goddamn mom. I turned everything off. The TV, everything. The light, the fan. We just went to sleep. Because that's what he needed in that moment. He was getting on my goddamn nerves. He was fussing about the movie. Because every time the movie would turn off and he needs to put another movie on, he's fussing now because he wants the next movie on.
You
Like,
need to
no.
use your timer on the remote.
Mm.
It's a timer you put 90 minutes,
Right.
and then it'll
So
shut
then
off.
he can the TV can turn off and he can know that it's time to go to bed.
Right.
But, I mean, we're still working on it, right? He's one. But y'all get the hint.
That brings me to my second thing. with this parent, not the parenting show. We done with that. BMF. The parents on BMF
Are trash.
Yeah, all of them, including both Charleses. I'm calling Black Charles.
Oh yeah, the police officer, a trash ass dad.
Why you gonna call him Charles? Because I called him Charles the other day.
That nigga is Charles for fucking Diary of a Black Woman. That nigga's always Charles, forever
as soon as
Charles.
I saw him, I said that motherfucker put Helen out. He was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, that Tyler Perry movie." He was like, "The one that was drowning in the
so hard.
Every movie I see that nigga in, he is Charles.
That motherfucker is Charles.
Like it's like that is the only role they typecast that nigga to a T. Like you gonna be the most asshole black ass nigga on the show. We not really gonna fuck with you like that, and you might die, cause there's a big possibility that he gonna die on BMF. But he
How
is
is
so.
he gonna die on BMF when they show us the future and he's the cop that breaks into Terry's house?
Was he?
Yeah, that's who it was. He was like, "You've been chasing me for a long time."
I gotta rewatch first episode.
He broke into fucking Terry's house. That
See.
motherfucker just get crookeder and crookeder. Goddamn.
No, not broke in. He served.
Yeah, they were
Had a
racist.
warrant or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then cover.
But
No, it's not.
this nigga's son. Okay, so how do y'all feel about this? Because I posted this on TikTok earlier. If your kid comes to you, nigga ain't got no shoes on. Yo, what happened? Nothing. It's okay.
No.
What do you mean it's okay? What did you do? Well,
I
nothing.
need an ashtray.
Yeah. He didn't do anything.
Somebody did something to him.
No. What I'm saying is like he didn't do anything. Like, yeah, he was getting
Oh,
bullied.
they
took his shoes.
Right.
And then he fucking.
The
He
daddy
didn't want to
do
fight
nothing.
back. The daddy was like, "Yo, what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you to put hands on him?" What it, like
But
whenever
if
they
he
do
can't
that.
fight, so I get what you're saying.
That's why. But the nigga said, "I'm gonna put you in karate and boxing." He was like, "You know, I don't like sports." Nigga, you get your ass beat.
But
your
he's
shoes on.
okay. But he's soft, and he's probably soft and doesn't want to be like his dad. He sees how his dad is, and he doesn't want to be like that. I mean,
I'm sorry. If I
But
paid
you
for the
gon-
shoes, you gonna go
Dog,
get my
you gonna go
motherfucking
get them
shoes.
motherfucking
I'm not
shoes.
saying. So I'm
You
not
gonna go
saying
get
it's
them
okay.
shoes.
I get what y'all are saying.
So if
I'm
your kid
just,
gets bullied and gets her shoes taken, what
Skylar's
is
not
your
gonna
next
get
step?
her shoes
What is your
taken.
next step?
No,
when
because
those
she's
little-
taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu
What-
at 3, so that's not gonna happen.
What is your next step when them other kids know Mortal Kombat techniques and they over here fucking? Because you think your kid the only one that's gonna be fucking?
Hey,
Taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Right.
whatever.
So when them kids
She's gonna know how to
a little
defend
bit more,
herself.
when them kids know a little bit more,
I'm gonna
they're a
go up to
little
the
bit
school because
bigger.
I want to talk to your mom,
Never
and
heard
I
of
fight
Brazilian
kids.
Jiu-jitsu. I ain't never
I
heard
fight
Brazilian?
kids, and I don't have no
Never
problem.
heard of
You
that.
got
You
a
don't
mama.
fight kids.
No, Skylar can tell them just like you got a
What's
mama,
the
I got a
difference?
mama.
So you gonna beat up the little girl?
I
Or
didn't
you
say I was
her
gonna
mama?
beat up the little girl, but I don't have no problem snatching your baby up because why the fuck she take my daughter's shoes? What are you raising? That's a raising your kids foul like situation. Because I'm also gonna teach Skylar not to bully nobody. And if I find out she's bullying somebody, we're gonna have a problem. So like, yeah, we handle kids, we handle mom. You're not finna. My kid doesn't go to school to get fucked with. That's not why she's here.
That's a big fact. That's a big fact.
I just can't imagine, like, I don't know. I can't imagine Cross being bullied.
You don't want to imagine it.
He gonna be the bullying.
That's what I feel
The
like.
bullier.
I feel like my son is very aggressive. So I feel like I would have to really check him. Because I feel like he would be the person bullying. Cross is very aggressive already.
But he's a boy.
That's the excuse.
That's not an excuse.
Because Javari
Is
said
he
that
aggressive
same
or is
bullshit.
he rough?
No, because
That's not an
Kari's not.
excuse.
Kari's
Okay,
not.
maybe rough.
He's
Maybe
rough?
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
extremely rough.
Well, I think all little
That's-
boys
that's
are rough.
boys.
To be honest,
Yeah.
because Kari he loves Zyra and Zyra love him, but there be some times where the hugs be a little like you squeezing her too tight, or you know what I'm saying, you got to let go, or you pushed her a little bit too hard. You know what I mean? But he be playing. Sometimes the roughness does come out, but I think that's just because he a boy. But at the same fucking time, maybe my daughter is just evil because she be pushing the shit out of him, and she be thinking we don't be seeing it. Then she'll start crying.
Like she the victim.
Yeah, that's Skylar. That's a girl thing, I think.
Oh my god, I'm about to. That's gonna be one of the first. I'm glad I had a girl, cause now all that bullshit that was on me that these
No,
women that get to
don't
me,
put that back
no,
on
I'm
her.
not putting it on her. I'm going to teach her,
Okay.
ma'am, do not. You gotta move a certain way. And these niggas' minds can't be fucked with like that. And then don't allow these niggas to fuck with your mind like that either. But at the same fucking time, don't be a bitch.
I don't know. I don't think you're gonna be successful in that one.
I ain't gonna say it like that, but I'm gonna say something around those lines. Like, my nigga, you can't be treating these niggas like this and then gaslighting them and telling them that certain things are certain things and they ain't certain things.
I hope she tells you she feels a little triggered. You're feeling a little triggered, Dad. I hope she's a new age kid and she throws that shit back at you and you fold. That's gonna be fun to see. I'm not talking that kind of shit to my daughter, but I think
What
it's
are you
different
gonna do?
because
You
I'm a
just gonna let
mom.
her- you gonna let her
I'm
just
not gonna
fucking
let
be out
Skylar
here
do what
just-
she wants. No, but I also understand the fact that, like, when kids reach a certain age, they're going to do what they want to do. You were doing what you wanted to do at 12 and 13.
Big facts.
So
But at the same time,
you can have conversations, make your kids aware, teach them self-respect, teach them morals, but, like,
that's it. That's all I said I was gonna do.
don't be gaslighting these niggas. Don't be telling them certain things.
See, that's me telling her.
The game is the game, and the game has been the game since before we were born. So,
So
like,
you want- so
you're
you
not
want-
gonna. I don't want nothing. I want my daughter to be a respectable woman of God.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't see that being successful.
Shut your ass up.
Now, if she got a little
I feel
finesse
like
and a good gift of gab, what am I to do? But I want her to be a good person. That's all I can hope for, is for her to be successful and a good person as a parent.
You know the game.
And if she knows the game, she'll know how to play the game.
You know
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. Y'all have boys. I feel like if I had a boy, no, but and you're gonna have to get the both of it. But I do know that your conversations are gonna be very different with your son in comparison to your daughter.
Nah, it'll probably be the same.
I don't agree
It'll
with
probably
that.
be the same.
I,
You think
All right,
you think I would treat?
so-
listen to me.
I'm gonna give you an example. It's okay.
Okay, give me your example first, and then I was gonna give you.
Your son come home
Yeah.
and tell you he lost his virginity and he got him some cheeks. You probably gonna doubt that little nigga.
Nope.
I don't believe
How
you.
old? Like 14?
I just feel like you can't be judgmental.
Is it like a certain? No, because if he come home at like 17, 16, 17, all right, cool, that's understandable.
16, 17. Okay, so I just want to
I
ask.
lost my virginity
To
at
be
14.
fair, though, remember
I lo-
Javari got married when we all hit like 18. So
I get that.
Shut the
I
fuck
just
up.
want
It's
to
a little
say
different.
that Javari is also a church kid, and I know what them church kids is
They
like.
be the worst.
Whoa.
Thank you. So all I'm
Church
saying
kid.
is-
I'm a church kid.
Javari
Me?
not no church kid. I feel
What?
like you're thinking of
I
Kiana.
understand I was there.
Nah. Your daddy was a whole
understand I was-
deacon.
Yeah, he was. but that don't make me a church kid.
What? You went to the church gatherings, the group gatherings.
James was a church kid.
I didn't get invited.
James was
no,
a church kid.
Javari. I didn't get invited to them church gatherings, and
Neither
now,
did I. My
yes,
father
you
got
did.
invited.
No,
My
you went
father
to
got
no.
invited.
You went.
My father,
You went.
the deacon,
You
the
were,
head of the
you were
household,
taken.
who told
Somebody
there we
took
go.
you to a church gathering.
Like I wanted to be there.
You,
Anytime I was
you
there,
was
upset
frolicking
face.
like a little fast ass
You
young boy.
lying like
No,
fuck.
I'm not. That's
Now
not
you
what I
lying like
heard.
fuck.
That's not what I
See,
heard.
now is what I heard. Because now
I
is what
wasn't there. I said I didn't. I wasn't there. I didn't get invited to stuff like that.
I know when you were there in church. I
This
know when
wasn't
you
at
were there.
church. This was in somebody's house. Y'all was at somebody's house. Praise
That's
the Lord,
not-
saints.
Listen, that's
That's
why I'm
not
not
my
a church
point.
kid.
Whatever. All that
You
I'm
was-
saying is that your conversations with your daughter and your son gonna be different. Cause I promise you, your chest gonna get tight if your
I
daughter.
don't know. I feel like it depends because what I do know about Vari is I feel like just in our experiences and in a lot of things, Javari give me that same talk too.
So you're gonna be fair and balanced.
No, I'm not.
I am.
It's gonna be different.
I'm
For-
not.
it's
Well,
always
first
gonna
of all,
be
I
different.
just want to say we're not having any girls, but
Yes.
It's gonna be
alright.
different
Well,
from
we
the
wa-
boy and the girl.
Why
It
would-
has to be
You
why
different.
would
won't know the
It
sex.
just has to be. That's just how it has to be.
First of
Nah.
all, you can't even have no type of say about anything because at the end of the day, you had a different lifestyle than I had. So I get to make those type of comments because I've already experienced life. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Girl, no.
I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
does not no.
Yes.
No.
Brandon don't
You
have
can't
that
tell this
amount
nigga
of
he ain't
life
experienced
experience.
life.
What are you talking about?
He experienced life.
He ain't.
He ain't
What
what?
haven't I
Brandon
done?
don't use
What?
foul language, so he can't even tell.
He ain't use foul language.
He don't use foul language.
So
He's
what
never
else?
drank.
With that?
He's never smoked. So he's
So?
gonna give his
What is
experiences
the
off
problem?
of.
What
Oh,
is
I've
drinking
never
this-
done. And Brandon grew up in the church. He is the church kid.
Are you gonna let your kids smoke if they wanted to smoke?
Smoke what?
Weed.
Hey, it's a natural herb.
That's the problem.
It's
What's
a
wrong
natural
with that?
herb.
We already experienced that type of life, so I feel like when I'm having those conversations with Cross, it would be, especially with y'all know fentanyl out here, so it would really be.
What does that have to do with weed?
Sometimes it'd be laced. The weed be laced with fentanyl.
Yeah.
You
But
gotta
I
I'll be buying
I don't
from.
buy from a
Well,
weed
if you
man
buy
like
from, like,
that.
a
So
I'll buy
dispensary,
from a
right?
weed man.
I don't.
But
my weed man
like
is
your
legit.
weed man, you've been there forever.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But
years.
I'm saying ultimately, right?
Damn,
Like
it
I
could
would
be
definitely
like
have that
somebody that should
conversation.
do
I
that
feel like
is
the difference in
beautiful
our
years, too.
conversation is he'll get both sides of it.
I have a
you
grower
know,
on hand.
the lack of, we spend a lot of money. I'm just gonna put it that way. And I spend my last. I used to spend my last
On
sometimes.
some weed?
Hell yeah.
Me too.
Spend my goddamn
But you gotta remember, back in the day, a nickel, niggas used to buy nickel bags. Niggas
Right,
used to
but
buy dime bags.
we
Like, it
can't
used to
afford
be a
dime
thing.
bags, yeah.
It used to be a thing. $10 and $5 was getting you a blunt and a half.
times has changed. Because now when
Times
when
has
you go
changed.
to
Ain't nobody
'cause I
selling
start-
no
when I
nicks
used
no
to
more.
start going to the dispensary,
Wish a nigga would.
the dispensary used to be taxing.
Expensive.
Dispensary still is. taxed.
Yeah.
What the fuck is you
2020,
talking
I
about?
switched to dispensary.
Nope.
Bad idea.
Your worst idea, because that's why I got a weed man right now. That man is legit, and his prices just went down.
Damn.
I'll hook y'all up later.
But ultimately, I feel like, Brandon's conversation is going to be a lot different from my type of conversations. We're going to talk about like alcohol intake, right? And things like that. Things that I've done with alcohol, things versus he can just say, like, oh, I never did it.
Mhm.
I've never tried it, et cetera, et cetera. I've only drank like one cup of something.
Yeah, it's a little different to give a
it's very
conversation
different.
from
Why'd you choose not to do that?
experience.
A drink is disgusting. 9 times out of 10, a drink is nasty.
Alcohol is gross.
So I don't want to
You
force.
wouldn't have a twisted tea.
I don't want to force it down my throat if it's disgusting.
You
That's
don't
just
like
nasty.
tea?
Tea is good, but it probably got something in it.
It
said
do, but you
twisted
can't taste it. It
Right.
tastes like juice.
Let me see.
Right. That's what they all say. It tastes
Oh
like
my
juice.
God, Paisley, open it.
He's not going to listen to me. I'm not the right one. Because everything tastes like juice. We going to find out.
Yeah.
You
For
want some?
seasoned alcohol drinkers, everything
No?
tastes like juice.
I'm on a fast
You're on a fast?
from liquor, yeah.
We were doing that 2 months ago. Come on.
No.
We grown
Okay.
now. And it's February. It's
What?
Black History
It
Month.
tastes like, it don't taste like juice. It tastes like peach tea, and that's it.
That's what
But
I'm
it don't
saying,
taste
though.
like
And no alcohol.
You tripping.
What?
You
Let me
taste the
taste it
alcohol?
again.
Absolutely.
You feel like shit.
That's crazy. Well, that's probably because he doesn't drink like that.
No. There's no
Absolutely.
way. I just,
That nigga said, I taste the alcohol. Hell no.
Absolutely. Now that drink is durable.
No.
I could drink that down.
oh,
No.
chug it then.
That is
I don't want to
juice.
chug it.
Don't do that. He don't drink. That one can will get it's only 5%.
There's
but
only one drink that I like
Which
that I've
is?
The
had.
Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mules be busting, but that's because
That's
you like
fine.
ginger beer.
I never had ginger beer. I know
That's-
it's in the drink, but
Yeah.
yeah,
You not
it's
Jamaican?
It's the mint. It's the mint with the Sprite or whatever
It's
else is in
ginger
there.
beer.
Oh Lord.
It's ginger beer, tequila, normally tequila.
Man, that's
Or
what I
vodka.
had.
With some
Tequila?
I
mint.
said I was gonna, no, motherfucker, some Jamaican food. My
Oh,
bad.
I got a guy coming. His name is Pookie. His name is Pookie, and he cooks.
What do he look like?
Pookie.
Cause my
He kinda
mama
sh-
friend,
he kinda-
his cousin named Pookie. His real name Mark?
I don't know.
Oh.
He got dreads,
Nah, Pookie.
but he cooked though. This nigga cooked. So we gonna have this nigga come on the show. I need y'all to come through for that one because he gonna bring some food, and his food was like it's busting, like
We'll
some
call
taste,
up for it.
like some
Boy.
what's that? The taste food? What's that?
Taste
What's-
buds.
Taste buds. LV. It's
I'm
kind of
about
like
to be
that.
Like Keith Lee.
I didn't like taste buds.
Well, it's kind of like that. It's not the same. So we gonna try it regardless.
They got a Yelp review for me.
They did?
It was
So
a
why
horrible
did you just like
experience.
the
Why you do
parents
that?
of the
Why? What happened? What happened? Tell me what happened.
On
To
BMF.
talk about
Yeah.
BMF.
Okay, let's talk about BMF.
Why
All
did I
right,
dislike
so
it?
Yeah, why'd you guys dislike the parent? Because you started.
oh
off
no,
with
no,
that
yes,
topic, you ended
Charles.
up on
Charles
G.
is garbage. Charles is trash
You said
because,
both of them.
They're both
but at
trash.
the same time, he's trash, but he's recyclable trash.
What does that explain that?
Yeah.
So he's bad, but he's good.
Right.
So
I can understand that.
He definitely was talking to his son crazy and was not talking to him crazy because all he said was, "Yo, I want you to be in the sports or whatever." He said, "No, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the school and I'm gonna go talk to the principal." He talked to the principal. She wasn't trying to have it. She wasn't trying to help.
He wouldn't say anything because the son wouldn't
And
say anything. I would have beat my son's ass.
The son was right. She was like, "So what happened?" He didn't say shit. He was like, "Yo, are you gonna tell her?" Didn't say shit. Seen the boys that took his shoes, still didn't say shit because he seen them and they was like, mm-mm. So he listened to that shit. So Charles seen it and was like, bet. He goes and gets
B Mitch.
He goes and gets B Mitch and
He
B Mitch goes
ass.
and takes care of that shit.
Right.
Don't fuck with this little nigga no more.
Right.
So at the same time, yes, he is a piece of shit. Charles is definitely a piece of shit.
I mean, he loves his kid.
He does love his son because when his son came into the precinct, his whole face lit up. Nigga, whole demeanor. You just gotta look at the little things. I understand Charles is garbage, but
He doesn't like his son for who his son is, though.
who is his son? Like, what do you
I
think?
don't. Well, so the fact that he's like in the comic books and like the things like that, like he struggles with like actually having.
I
he
think
loves
that's
his
a
son.
lot of. I think that's a lot of black dads.
Why?
It is though.
They should just embrace their child for who they are, for whatever
You
whatever
don't
their
get to
passion
choose what
is.
you have when you have a kid, so you
I
have to come to
understand
terms with that kind of shit.
Realize that. I mean, even myself. I felt like I had to hide the fact that I watched anime and shit like that. I had to put ESPN and shit on like the back button.
But I think
because
your
my dad
situation was different because your situation was kind of like that. Like
Charles, nigga,
yeah.
like you want me to be this manly man or whatever, and you feel like these things won't let me be that. Regardless, nigga, I am who I am. But what I watch and what entertains me doesn't define me. And I think that's what Charles is feeling with his son with the comic books and shit like that. Oh, I see these type of people doing this. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to be this weak, flimsy man when you can be this asshole of a nigga that I am. Basically.
But why would you even want to be like that?
Not be an asshole, but just be a man. Be manly man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like...
where ego and
what
pride
you
is in the
doing
way?
drawings and shit like that, that was basically what he was saying.
about.
Like, you doing that's some sissy shit. Why are you drawing?
Right.
I also feel like that was a different time too.
That's what I'm... It's the
That's
age.
a big thing too.
We gotta realize that.
Because I feel like we're more open, for us. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like back then,
and we understand everything is a bag, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? If my son can draw, it's a bag.
Absolutely.
We can monetize that, flip that, turn that into something.
Yeah, no, it's different times.
Like there's everything you can flip now. Right. Back in the day, they wasn't thinking about that, and you didn't have the internet, so it wasn't widely spread. So, bruh, I just feel like Charles is a piece of shit, but the other Charles, real Charles,
the daddy,
super piece of shit, big garbage.
Basura.
Uh,
No, he's definitely basura. I think because the show shows it on a consistent basis that that's just who he's going to be as a character. It's a little bit easier, more so, to like just be like, oh, that's just him being him. But he's trash. Like he holds everybody back in their lives, in their whole entire situation.
You want to tell Terry not to do certain things with his business and shit like that with the money thing?
That was that dude at the barbershop. But go ahead.
Yeah, he wanted to tell these niggas fucking not to do certain things with the business and shit that their money funded. Like, what the fuck? You can't tell me what to do with my money and how to move in my business.
I wouldn't have gave him my money if I was Terry. I wouldn't have gotten
give him the money, or did he just make him a partner in the
worst part about the company situation is he moved out his whole house because he didn't want to take no money.
Yeah, no, that's a weird flex.
But what would you do in that situation?
I'm broke.
Nigga,
would you be taking the money?
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, I would too.
As hell.
But at the same time, he was trying to be honest and be like, yo, I work with my hands to build this house.
But at the
same time,
it was. It was. But still.
It's going. Like,
Come
no,
on,
nigga.
man.
So I feel like.
So what are we supposed to do? Just go broke and be homeless?
At what point was he going to eventually
accept it?
Because not even that. I feel like this is the thing. You're broke. Our house is in foreclosure.
Right.
Our son who deals drugs is like, here's the money. take care of what you got to take
I'm
care of.
taking it.
He let pride and ego get in the way, which he shouldn't have even had because he didn't even have no house for his family.
I would have took it.
For me, when I was watching those couple of episodes,
You making your wife work at Wendy's, nigga.
I was
Wendy's.
like, well,
burgers.
this is interesting, like, because he was so prideful that he let his pride and his ego get in the way of his family having a home, and then he moved out to live on the street.
No, he was in another bitch house.
Right, but it's like, to me, I just feel like for him to be feeling so manly, he wasn't really showing much man tendencies. That's just my.
He just wanted to be head of the household. He liked that title. He
But
saw
he
that
an
he was,
alpha male.
But did y'all see the when he was talking to the lawyer? Did y'all feel him on that when he was like, "Man, this lawyer is like scamming us, scheming us, whatever"?
Was she?
No, she actually did a good job.
That's what I was
at
saying.
the end of the day. But it did appear because it came from the pastor. It was like his pastor's cousin or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga, you listening to the pastor who try to fuck your wife? And let's pretend like Snoop ain't trying to fuck his wife. Snoop is a pimp in this as well.
Absolutely.
He trying to fuck the wife. So, but at the same time, nigga can't be mad because you trying to fuck everybody in the church.
But I feel like he couldn't even be mad because ain't he cheating on his wife anyway?
That's what I just said. And
Right.
then how you gonna?
Oh
so,
no, you're gonna talk about what came after.
So the
that
fact
was
that
dirty.
the fact that this nigga dirty dick, I know he don't take no shower. I know he ain't take no shower.
So everybody was more mad about the fact that I guess that should have been round 2 and he came too fast on round 2.
Bro, like round 2, you should have been in there. I'm like, oh, either he faking it. I thought he faked it. Because
It
when
really
he
wasn't
turned
that
over,
long in between it either.
when he turned it over, I'm like, okay, he probably faking it. That's what I said in the bed. But then I'm thinking, this nigga need some Viagra or the honey pack because he ain't lasting. Because old girl, he definitely busted down. Like, he busted up in her. Ain't no condom, no nothing. Nigga just pulled his dick out, raw, sweaty dick after working, and put it up in her. She wanted that. Nasty. Let him nut in her. She's smiling. Wifey
It was
get
so
home.
uncomfortable.
I'm like, what the fuck is going? You didn't even get in the shower, my G. No, he did get in the shower.
He came out in a towel.
He came out in a towel.
That's the episode. Yeah, he came out in a towel.
See, but then and then my whole thing is like,
cheated with that black lady.
I know he was looking at. I know he was looking at that.
Of course,
what
she
is
was
that shit
looking
she on?
good.
The muumuu? Well,
I
it
know
wasn't
he
a
was
muumuu, her lingerie that
He was
she
looking
tried
at
to
that
put
lingerie
on.
like, did you buy that with that credit card?
You're stupid.
I know he was thinking. That's probably why he nutted so fast. He was thinking about that credit card.
He's dirty dick. And then you not making no money taking care of us. I can't wait for her to find out. I hope she find out.
And
But
fuck the pastor.
You know she gonna fuck the
go ahead.
wait.
Give it away.
Snoop about to be in there. Yes, sir.
Praise God.
Praise the Lord.
Hey, he's so fucking funny in that movie. I can't.
But didn't he try to get some from his wife, and his wife was like, "Nah."
That's what I heard.
At first.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
How
And
are
then
you
she
supposed to?
And
Nah.
then she bought the little get together
You know-
or whatever,
you
and he
know-
was like,
She felt
"You bought that with that
bad.
credit card."
No.
no, that is exactly what happened.
But
Come on,
Let me
he been
explain.
trying with his wife. He did try
No,
with
Try
his
it
wife.
since season 1.
You not doing shit. We struggling. You want me to focus on giving you some, and nigga, I'm working at
So what
Wendy's.
is
At least
Pastor
give me
Burgers.
some
What's the
type of
pastor doing
pleasure.
for you?
I
You don't
need-
want to fuck him.
I need something.
What is the pastor doing for
Oh,
you?
no,
You
that's-
wanna
You
fuck
can't
That's just to
afford
be
to
out of
want
spite.
something.
That's just
That's out of spite.
Yes.
You see how bitches fuck
I need
out of
my money
spite?
back.
What? Out of spite? You ain't even fucking a nigga to get some money. You just fucking out of spite?
See if
Bitch, you ain't fucking me at home. That's why I'm fucking all these bitches at church.
Facts.
So you fucking out of
No.
spite. What
What
the
do you
fuck
mean
is
no?
that gonna do for
It
anybody?
ain't giving
What
it
is that
up.
gonna do for anybody?
You ain't giving it up.
Hold on. What you want me to give it up? And we living in this house. I can't buy my daughter no bras. I probably got on the same underwear from the '60s. Like we're broke. Like we're in destitute.
why you brought up her underwear though from the 60s? Y'all kind of fucked up. Though.
You can
Probably
still
is
give
They're
me some.
busted.
You can
like
still
no,
give
I
me
just feel
some.
like if we're in a situation where I'm busted and I can't
You
even
can
feel
still
good about
give me
myself,
some.
I'm
I
supposed to
don't
give you
think
some
as a
pussy.
man,
That's
as a man,
crazy.
yet. Okay, so
That's wild.
No.
That's wild.
No.
As a
That's
man,
wild.
as a
Maybe she
man,
just wasn't turned on because he wasn't being the head of the household.
as a man, that is the thing. If you
That's
are not
wild.
providing, bringing in anything, you ain't getting no pussy.
I don't understand. You think you should just get some pussy because you?
You think you should
That's
get some
my
dick because
wife.
of what?
Yes.
You think you should get some dick
That's
because of what?
my wife.
Why you think you should get some
That
dick?
is my
Why you
wife.
think you should get some dick?
Yes.
So you think your vows?
If I come home and the house ain't
All right,
clean, the
I
kids
think
ain't
that's
cool,
different, though.
shit ain't,
That's
it
my
ain't
wife.
happening. You think I want to give you some dick?
No,
I ain't got
I-
no food on the table. I ain't giving you shit. I'm leaving at 9 o'clock to go fuck Sister Pearl.
Absolutely.
Don't
Fuck is you talking about?
Absolutely.
You don't
What
want
are
to
you
cook.
talking
You don't want to clean. You want me to come
I was
home.
at work all day. Was she staying at home or was she at Wendy's at this
Work
point?
all day.
She was at Wendy's all day, Brandon, is what Taylor just said.
Yeah, I'm flipping
She-
burgers.
No,
Burgers,
she's
double
at home now.
I
'cause
smell
Michi's
like
taking care of
French.
shit.
French
I've been
fries.
trying since the first episode, and y'all be like,
He didn't try.
nah.
She gave him some.
No,
in
she
the
gave
first
him some in the
season.
first season.
Oh,
Yeah, don't
okay.
do that.
Yeah.
Don't do
Barely.
Girl.
It was like one.
It was like one.
It was
two.
like, yeah.
It wasn't. It was.
It
sprinkled
wasn't a
in.
lot. Yeah,
But at the
sprinkled.
same time, it was because he was talking shit to his sons.
That makes sense.
Because he was-
That's
was-
fair.
And we
Being
have
too hard on
conflict
Terry.
going on.
But at the same time, Mama didn't give a fuck where the money was coming from.
About.
Mama didn't give a fuck. She was getting that money from Meech, keeping it quiet, not saying shit.
I feel like at
but then
that
as soon
point-
as Pops found the fuck out, as soon as they got arrested that first time, he was like, fuck this shit. Y'all been selling drugs. Terry, you following Meech.
But why does that matter?
I feel like he be hating on me.
Yeah, he's a hater. His dad's a hater. His mom's a
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
fan. His mom's a super fan, and his dad's his biggest hater.
Yeah,
His mom was
Love her some Michi.
she wished she didn't birth that nigga. She wished she would have just let that nigga on the streets.
Right. I feel that way too.
She want to
I
be
feel
with
that
that
way
nigga
Yeah,
for real.
no. She love her some Michi. Always coming to his rescue.
Fucking weird.
It's uncomfortable. Some of
It
their
is a little
interactions, I'll be like, wow.
She lost her whole husband over him.
But did she lose her husband? Because at the same time, she give that nigga some pussy. So
Yeah, but
She doesn't know what's happened yet.
But barely though.
Bro, y'all talking about this new episode. I'm like, bro, I missed out.
okay,
Because-
well let's talk about. Okay, wait. Before we leave this episode, Cash Doll cannot act.
So weird.
So y'all not gonna
London
do Cash
cannot
Doll
act.
though.
No, Cash Doll cannot act. She.
But she's
I don't even want to
she's
spoil
a
this
fine-
next episode
she's
because
a fine
when you see
segment.
it, you're gonna be like,
When she
Why-
bust in as the okay. I mean, I think
You
it's
know who
because I
Cash Doll
listen
is,
to her
right?
music. And I've listened to
no.
her
As
music,
soon as she started
so it's
talking,
hard
don't
for
know
me.
who
I was
She
like,
is.
is that Cash?
She doesn't sound like she fits in with the rest of them. It's just different to listen to her audio wise. Like she looks it. Her booty's distracting when she walked away.
So Lala is distracted and everything.
No, Lala annoys me because she's old.
Yeah,
It's
she
the
be
fact,
fucking with
yeah,
some
like why
niggas.
are you fucking Da Vinci? Like, granted, Da Vinci would probably fuck her in real life because it's Lala, but like, if we're making this realistic, I
No,
wouldn't be
wait.
40 fucking 20 years old
Lala is constantly getting cast as
to
the
fuck
person-
young niggas.
Yes. Is nobody gonna say this?
It's crazy that
This
Tariq
is
didn't
gonna
get
be
him
the
a
clip.
I
scene.
think
Tariq
that's
ain't
just
even get him
due
a
to
shot.
The fact that
She's sexy as fuck?
She renovated her body and
I
now
like
she's
me
great.
some Lala.
Lala looks
So Brandon
great.
is in love with Lala, but he
'Cause her
doesn't
ass
like,
is
but he
perfect.
doesn't like women
She's
that
beautiful.
that aren't real. And I'm like, this
Like
bitch Lala
Mulatto.
got. I'm like,
Like
Lala
Lotto,
got
like
the most
if you look at
surgery
like
ever.
Lotto has surgery and Lala
Yeah.
has surgery.
They both got
Lala
good surgeries
looks-
though.
You don't like
'cause I
Lotto
think Lotto
surgery?
look good too.
Lotto is
I think
fine.
both of them look good. I'm sorry.
Lotto looks like she's 35. Lotto's 24.
Don't do.
Yes, I do understand.
Damn.
that.
Lotto look grown.
But
Lotto
that's
look like
because-
she old as hell. And that's
I
not
think
no
that's
slight
the-
against her.
that's
She's
the-
a beautiful
no.
woman, but at the same time, she looked like a good
That's the
looking
white in
grown
her.
ass woman.
That's the white in her. That
I
part
agree with
aged
Paisley.
her
She
fat.
mixed. She can't help it.
Did
I
you hear
think
what I
that
said?
part aged her
She
fat.
looks like a good ass middle aged woman.
Who?
Not
Lotto?
Middle
Lotto.
age. She's hitting for 30 for you.
Like 30. Like
Yeah,
she's hitting
Lotto
30,
do look
35.
old.
She
Lotto-
looked 30,
Lotto do look
35.
old.
I thought she was older than me.
Nigga, no. Maybe it's because I remember her on the rap game.
Yeah,
like
and
I remember her on
on
the
the
rap,
who?
the rap game. She
the-
was on
the
Jermaine
Jermaine
Dupri.
Dupri
Yeah.
show.
Let me do.
When
I
she was
didn't
a
watch
little
that.
kid, her daddy was writing her lyrics. And
Yeah,
he,
find
he
me a
had
good
some
picture
weird
of her.
shit.
Look. He on his phone and can't even find a good damn
Let me
picture.
see.
Oh my
You haven't
God.
seen her body.
Let me see her
Her
body.
body is cool, but it's fake as fuck, and you could tell.
Let me.
With
look.
Lala,
Yeah, pull it up.
her shit looks proportional and looks. It does look kind of.
But think
Her
about
ass
when
is super
she
fat.
got her work done right after your boy cheated on her.
But you got to remember
Yeah.
she gained weight after the kid, because before she had zero butt. The booty was flatter.
Bro,
than
she
flat.
That's what she was
was a
saying.
square.
That's
It
what
was.
she
It
was
was.
telling
She
me.
was
Her
shaped like a
body
burrito.
Her body was literally
Stop
a square.
it. Look
You
at
call her
Lala
SpongeBob?
now. Lala is so fine now.
I think she's beautiful.
Yes.
I remember her on
Before,
TRL. She
her
was
face
pretty
was
too.
pretty, yes, but her body was not hitting for what it is hitting for
You know,
right now.
he went and he had that baby
Look
on
good.
her, and
And
sis was
now
coming
she
for
look
everything
great.
she
She
deserves.
looked good.
This girl?
Oh no.
This
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Lala looks good now.
Yeah, I know.
He said, "Oh no."
Well, that's a good photo.
Yeah, she doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
She just
Look
looks
bad.
older than what she is, which is true. But I feel like that's the white part of her. coming
Listen, what I'm saying is she looks the same age as Mary J. Blige.
What?
Sheesh.
Mary J. Blige is fine,
Now that's a stretch.
and Mary J.
out.
Blige.
So you're
look
naming
good.
all black,
Okay.
black.
I'm just naming
women.
black women and black women that don't crack.
That's a
And Mary J. Blige is not crack. She put on that dress, look fire,
Black,
look
black.
so.
But her and we talking about somebody who's mixed with the Caucasians.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Lopez ain't crack.
She is not as fine as she used to be in that All I Have video.
Did you watch that new movie with her and the blue ass drawers on?
Is J
Come
Lo
on,
mixed
that
with
ass is
white?
looking good.
No, she's like
Do
She's full Puerto Rican?
Asian people don't. I mean,
She's not Asian.
Hispanic people don't age like that.
Hispanic people age terribly. Let's for the people in the back. Hispanic people age terribly.
When?
When? Look at the girl who shot Selena.
Okay,
She
that don't
looked
count.
bad in
She
general.
looked bad back in the day.
Yeah.
That bitch just
Like
looked bad.
what?
And I feel like
Selena
her
would be
hateful
beautiful
spirit-
if she was
her
still
hateful
alive right
spirit
now.
Is why.
Wait, don't J Lo still look good?
J Lo
Yeah.
looks fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Most Spanish either age like gracefully or they age
Terrible.
like boo boo.
Why? Why are we aging that?
Who?
Why are we Asian boo boo? I'm trying to figure it out right now.
What I'm saying is
So you Asian now?
no, she.
What?
I mean, no. She's Spanish. She's Spanish.
Who?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Belizean.
I'm not Spanish.
You're
Yes.
Spanish.
Continue on.
You're Spanish. You're Hispanic.
With the story.
Your grandfather speaks Spanish.
Damn. Look at you. You
Can
ain't
we
even
just
black.
finish the story?
All right. So
Right.
yeah, either they age like fucking
For my fans, that's
J
not
Lo,
true. That's not
or
true.
they age like.
You ain't got no fans.
I do. And they know what's up. They know what's real because I'm a real nigga. Period.
Now I'm gonna stop because all the women that I'm about to name are fine as fuck right now. The chick from fucking what's that shit? Not 30 Rock. I forget her fucking name. Selma Hayek. Fine still. Damn, what is the name of that fucking show? Fuck it. It doesn't matter. But yeah, mulatto looked like Mary, like she the same age.
She do look old, but it's okay. She
I
still
wouldn't
look
say
good.
as old as Mary J. Blige. But
I wouldn't say that old.
you got it.
So
How
back
did y'all
to
feel
these-
about that new movie with Lauren London?
I didn't watch it. Brandon watched it.
I love the fashion in the movie. That was all I was looking at. Just
The
the
clothes?
clothes, everybody's style. Yes, that was nice. I loved it.
Everything else felt.
You don't feel like that's a realistic.
Everybody was
thing?
saying it was so good. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it's realistic, but at the same time, it's like we've seen this before.
Nah,
We
I
already
think
know.
the white people hide it more than show it.
And I don't think they would
I
have
don't think they would just
apologized
be
like
like,
they did at the end.
Nah, I don't
I
think,
don't
they be
think
doing
all of that coming together
You
shit is
think
real.
that how she handled?
Listen to how you think that shit is real?
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
come on.
It can't be real.
Because it's like
I don't
I'm
think that's
just
real.
going to say from this standpoint, I feel like
You had a white man.
Please.
basically put a fucking phone down.
so what I'm saying.
Have me on here. Okay?
You white a white man's family. You met a white man's family.
Who her?
Yeah.
That's.
Stop.
I'm trying
Let
to
her
go
tell
home.
her truth. Let her
Why
tell
y'all
her
looking
truth.
at me? I'm not with no white man. So.
Oh, she with one right now. Oh,
You not Sydney. You
I
don't
met him.
remember at
He got
Candace's
long-ass
party,
hair.
he got that long hair, and they was at the party, and we walked over to them where they were sitting
Yeah,
down.
on a black coat.
Nigga, we
Yeah.
were at the fucking.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you was
they were
there.
like
I
right
was there.
across.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's
so
starting
now
to
you
come
remember
back.
how
He was just
Hey,
sitting there.
you wildin'.
He's half black, but
But he looked like white, and he was
Is
raised
it
by
half
white.
or a quarter?
So the problem is
he
when you
logic?
say that, it don't count. But
Is
the
he
only
logic?
reason
Wait a
it don't
second.
count.
He's logic.
Wait, the only
He's
reason,
logic.
the only
Yes,
reason,
logic.
yeah,
He's
the only
logic.
reason it don't count is because he's raised by the white side.
I understand what you're saying. I
Ooh,
get
wait,
that from
did
that
the black
side of
side
things.
leave or
It's
something?
No,
Wait
because
a
I don't even want to practice it. We going too deep into this man's
So,
stuff.
wait.
Like,
well,
stop.
no, I'm not talking about him in general. I'm talking about the differences. Like when
There's
my
a difference
cousin is
between-
with her
yeah.
white side of her family versus the black side. Like, hear me out. My cousin Leandra, I love her. But when she's with the white side versus the black side, we get a very different Leandra. Does that make
That
sense?
stovetop stuffing.
I asked her boyfriend.
Code
I said,
switching.
yeah, she has the audacity to try to bring a stovetop stuff into my goddamn Thanksgiving.
Bitch, cornbread stuffing only.
So,
Dressing.
anyways,
And
that's
it's not even
beside
stuffing,
that's
it's
beside the
dressing.
point. That's beside the point.
Stovetop in
That's
the
what
red
you
box.
need.
Which is white people.
I've liked stovetop before that, but
And-
go up.
And so, I feel like that's the difference. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I bring
Well,
that
I
part
agree
up.
with you. Like, I have sisters, I have half sisters, and our dad is black, but their mom is white. So their experience of their blackness is going to be different regardless, because I feel like your mom, not that your mom raises you, but I feel like your mom has more of a molding part of who you are. So having that as a white moms and black moms are not the same.
Definitely.
They're just not. And there's no way to, like, make it any different, because, like, the only little sister I really vibe with is the youngest, but I also feel like that's just because she's more aware since she's seen the other two in front of her, and then our interactions are just very different because I'm like 10 years older than her. So, like, you really a little girl to me, like, our experiences are gonna be different.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wait, so you could relate to that movie?
no, I mean, in a sense, like, yeah, you have those experiences because he is half white. My daughter left my phone still on.
Oh, I never showed him her. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we have experiences like that, but I think the one benefit of that movie is, like, that is, like, an experience for people. Like, people do have to go through that, so seeing representation of that is nice. Now, whether or not, like, from a black standpoint, you can feel it's realistic, like, they're gonna hope the people in those situations, like, deserve for that
Right.
kind of stuff to be realistic.
I see.
So I have a different view of it because, like, a lot of people, because I looked on TikTok to see, like, other people's feelings about it and how they felt about the movie, and a lot of people were like, it's not realistic and, like, stuff like that, but I don't agree with how Lauren London handled his mom at the end. I just don't.
I didn't see the end, so.
So at the wedding or whatever, like, there was an incident with the wig and stuff like that, and I feel like when you have interactions with people, like, if you don't check
Oh,
it,
I did see that.
yeah,
Where
like, if you
the
don't
wig
check
came
stuff
off
in the
or
beginning,
whatever?
like, if you
Yeah.
don't have conversations in the beginning, like, you're gonna have lots of repeated offenses. You're gonna have lots of issues because you didn't check certain stuff in the beginning.
Mhm.
So, like, to go through the wedding party, and her dad is a complete asshole to him. Like, Eddie Murphy was just extra for no reason.
Right.
So the mom is trying to, like, figure her out, and white women have a weird way of doing it. Because, like, I've had interactions at work, in the workplace before, where, like, a middle-aged white woman has said to me, I'm so glad you're not like the other ones and you do your real hair.
Yeah?
The other ones.
So, like,
about?
and I was in Chicago, so, like, it's primarily black people in the workplace, and, like, that's what she said to me.
I don't like other ones.
And I know
Other
you're
Taylors?
trying to,
Right.
like...
What other Taylors are here? I thought I was the only one.
No. It was definitely, like, trying to, like, make an understanding compliment in a workplace, but, like, we had a lot of conflict because, like, she would do microaggressions and passive-aggressive shit and didn't think she was being passive-aggressive.
Well, all of them do that passive aggressive shit. They really be trying it.
I mean, I'm passive-aggressive as a black person.
But they have microaggressions that fucking, like, niggas can read through the lines, like, when you're saying certain things.
I feel that way only because y'all know I hate everybody. And
You only hate white people.
Facts.
That's big fact. You only hate white people.
but if an employer asked, I like all people or I hate them all the same. But so like I was at work one day, y'all know when I used to be a server, and you know this white lady at work, her name was Gina, and she would always
Shout out Gina.
She would always be like, oh, I hate working with them, or I hate when they come in here, or they're so ghetto, or whatever. And I'm like, bitch, you talking to me? You know, like I'm not the one.
But
to
you
be
experienced
fighting.
it too,
I'm not
because
the
you
one
were
to
like,
fight
they
it.
don't
But wait,
tip,
right.
they don't
wait,
do this,
but
they
wait.
don't do that.
They-
So wait,
you call
let
it a
me
vase?
explain. Let me explain. So that was my biggest problem was because I was the only black server. guess who gets all the black people because nobody else wants to handle you. But then you treat me like shit, so now I don't even want to deal with you. Fuck it. Like, you know what? I'm on Gina's side right now.
But do you see how the circle continues? You have to stop the circle. You can't just give them shitty service just because.
No,
I give good service.
She's there for tips. Don't you? I'm not for that because I work in customer service, and when I was on the phone, niggas love to play.
So if you're there for fucking tips,
you
need to provide the fucking service.
I do provide good service. I provide good service,
Absolutely.
but at the same time, they will eat all their food and then be like, "Oh, can I talk to a manager? Oh, this wasn't made right." That like, bitch, I came over. You ate the whole thing though.
They're making her job harder. Black people have a big problem doing that.
And we've all worked in these type of spaces. So when you're on a tip base, right, everybody knows that I pay for your meal.
Right.
So a lot of black people, they don't tip. I don't give a fuck if you tip me $5. That's good for me. Just something. You know what I'm saying? Because if you tip me $5 on 100, I might be like,
we've already had this
but
conversation.
I'm like, oh yeah, we get heated. But if you got bad service, what do I tell you when they have bad service?
Don't tip.
Absolutely, because you weren't. Look, this is a tip-based industry, right? The tip, I personally believe, is not for me to make up for your employer's lack of paying you. You knew what the job was before you took it, so I'm aware.
So
right?
why should I tip in the first place?
So I make $8.25. Now, tipping is just a kind gesture.
I'll be courteous.
If you're good, but Brandon's expectations of good versus my expectations, he feels like his cup should never, ever.
Oh, you're one of those.
He's one of those black people.
Don't do that.
So when you
That's
work,
just me.
when
you gotta work in the industry. Have you ever worked in the restaurant industry?
I never had to.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to. Everybody, I feel like, needs to either have military service or work in the food industry because at the same time,
humble your ass.
Yeah, you gotta get humble, nigga, because these are the motherfuckers that get talked about the most. Fucking, all right, you want to fucking talk about niggas in the military? Go spend 2 months in that bitch.
No thanks.
And then
you get the Hellcat.
See if you could, for real. See if you could do that shit.
Yeah, I know.
I'm good.
And then work in the fucking restaurant.
I never wanted to do that.
See if
military,
see if you could deal with a nigga telling you,
restaurant,
you didn't cook this
restaurant, no. Fast food, yes.
So it's just a different type
Fast
of like
food?
perspective.
Fuck no.
So
I used to work at Popeyes.
But hear me out.
Never
So
could do
that's where our
This was in Reno though.
That's where
there was
our
no black
differences
people.
are.
White people.
There was no black people.
To me, right, I'm like, well, no,
That shit could've been
I'm cool
undercooked
with
window.
with a 5, right? I'm cool with that 20%. I'll tip you whatever the 20%. However, if you give me shitty service, and I have worked in the food industry, and like I said, I believe that your employer should be paying you, but I don't mind tipping, right? I'm cool with that 20%. I feel you. You're waiting tables. It's not an easy job.
And you coming back,
And
especially when I go to all you can eat.
You take the blame. This is raw. You're the blame for it. Not the person who's back there. Not this nigga who was in the back as the line manager.
I don't see
Not
him,
as
though.
this nigga who's the
I don't
manager.
see him.
It's your fault that it wasn't cooked all the way.
But I don't see
so
him.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault, but I only see them.
See, but at the same time,
you're the
my whole thing is anytime I go out, I don't want nobody to spit in my shit. I've worked in the food industry.
Oh,
And
yeah,
they don't wipe that
They
shit
don't
on the
give a
ground.
I've seen a nigga drop a whole steak on the ground,
Pick it back up.
pick it back up and throw it right back on the grill.
Oh,
I'm
God.
like, this is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, my mom said when she worked at Burger King, that was her first job.
But what does that have to do with tipping? The
But
tipping comes after.
that's what I'm
No,
saying.
it
So
just
here's
with
my-
service. Your service,
understand.
you gotta treat your servers well.
We talking
you
to the
can't
kitchen.
Be treating
I'm talking to
Right,
the kitchen.
You
right.
can't be treating your servers
Oh
like
yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
But ultimately, outside of all that, we handle clean business around here. But ultimately, what I'm trying to get a point is, there's a lot that goes on, and yes, I might be the face, but I feel like 20% is cool. I could do that. If you're going out to eat, I feel like you should automatically anticipate paying 20%, right? If you don't have 20%, leave something, right? Like I said, I even accept $5. If that's all you got on 100, I might be like, but then okay, fine, you at least left something, right? But if I have bad service, I'm expecting you not to tip me at all. Right? Because I don't tip when I have bad service.
I get that,
and
but
bad service is not my drink being completed.
I
I'm talking
understand that.
about when we were out at
But
sushi and we kept asking.
let me tell you why I don't like to tip. It's because I feel like I'm paying you to do your job. I understand you don't get paid enough or, equal amount of wages, but you can also get another job.
Most of them do have another job.
That's fine.
But
why am I paying my hard-earned work money?
So when you get tipped at work, give it back. So
What
the
do
next
mean?
time you text me saying that you got a tip, give it back. Because why
Why?
should they pay you to do your
They
job?
shouldn't. They don't have to. I don't ask for it.
But it's
when you
not-
go to a restaurant, you're like expected to tip. I don't expect none of these people to tip me when I'm at my
Not
job at all.
necessarily, But also,
You're
think about the
expected to
differences.
give a tip.
If you work front desk, you're expected to tip.
No, absolutely
if you work
not.
housekeeping, you're expected to tip.
Absolutely not.
Huh?
Housekeeping?
I
No.
don't tip housekeeping.
Only
tip
when you
housekeeping?
work in the restaurant.
You got money, nigga.
Only when you work in the
Why
restaurant.
the fuck would you be tipping housekeeping?
Right.
You
don't
tip
tip housekeeping?
We tip
Why would I
housekeeping.
tip
Why would I not tip No,
The
I
reason
tip
why I
housekeeping.
tipped housekeeping is because they cleaned our room. They serviced
Oh,
our
that's
beds
that.
every single day.
No, I don't mean for like that.
Right.
Like, I like them going the
Right,
extra
but
way.
every
like,
single
extra
day-
towels, like
Every
every
day,
single
housekeeping
stuff. Like
service
that
service.
thing, yeah.
Every
No, not
single
even
day.
just doing
Like
a
if I'm
job.
Yes.
calling you, yo,
No,
I
no,
need
no,
some
no, no.
towels.
I
Yo,
mean when
I
you're
need this.
in
Yo, I
the-
need that.
no.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
tip you.
No.
But
I'm
if
talking
my
about if they're
nigga,
in the room
the
and they're
regular
cleaning.
shit.
Yeah, no. I mean, if they give me extra towels, like if I see housekeeping, so say I stay for 4 days, right?
Right.
I see housekeeping the first day, and I'd be like I really would appreciate, if you could just leave me an extra couple of towels every day. Like if you could do that for me. If they do that, I'm tipping them at the end of my trip. I tip valet. I don't know. I'm a tipper.
Right, because you
Valet.
I'm
They went and got my car. They parked my car.
That's
my
their
nigga.
job.
I
I
put
can
it
park
right
my car.
I'm
I
parking
can
it-
park my own car.
That's the part where I hate valet.
So
wait,
again,
what?
again,
So
again,
wait,
bougie,
instead
again,
of-
bougie,
come
again,
on.
bougie.
Instead of
I
having
love being
fucking
in my room
valet,
and being like,
how about
hey,
we just
I'm gonna
okay.
pay somebody
Can
else
you
to
come get
drive my car that I already have a car payment on.
Nope, I'm
Come on, man.
Can you get it?
Come on, man.
I'm ready to
I got a
go.
question.
Instead of
I
having
got a
valet,
question.
just open up all of
I got
those
a
lanes for
question.
everybody to
Because,
park.
Wait, back then, this is the
Come
difference.
on.
This is the difference with the food industry, because I feel like the food industry is catching up, but valet caught up. They have an hourly rate for their employees, and they charge, right? So it's $35 for
Right.
you to do valet.
That-
45 normally, right? Cosmo's 45.
Mm.
So
Wait. I could work as valet and get paid $45 an hour.
no, it is 45 for you to park your car, and they get paid hourly. I think it's like 16, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 17
Yeah,
or something.
something like that.
If it was
So
45, I'd
16 to
definitely go sign
17,
up. What you
right?
talking
You know
about?
what I'm
16
saying?
with tips is good.
Like, exactly.
That's good
with
money.
tips.
Right.
Valet drivers
So-
make good
Right.
money.
So especially Bell Desk, them always get tip consistent.
Bell
And
Desk.
they literally are getting paid to what? Do their job. They take your items, they put it on the cart, they
I
take it
understand
upstairs.
that, but at a restaurant, it's like I can get my own. If
They make
you
their
were the
own
waiter,
food, but
no,
that's
it's
the
not
difference.
making. You don't make it. I could go to the kitchen and get my plate and bring it back to the table.
Okay.
I can
But
go
that's not the-
refill my own drink.
Huh?
I could do that.
No.
Then you
I
might
could
as
do
well eat at
that.
home. You might as well eat
Come
at
on,
home.
man.
But yeah, that's not what it is. Because it's like,
I'm paying you to do your
Do you
job.
tip your
though.
Starbucks when you go to Starbucks? Do you tip on the app or no?
no.
No.
Oh.
That's different.
Do you-
'cause I
do
don't
you
tip, I don't
tip
tip
for
McDonald's
to-go
orders?
and stuff.
Y'all are rich.
Well,
No,
hold
I
on.
don't tip.
I used
Look
to
at
work.
the- look at the
hold
hoodie.
on. Hold on.
Bougie.
Hold on.
Bougie.
Hold
At
on.
McDonald's.
Hold on.
Come on,
And
I used to work
Yo,
at Starbucks, and I understand there's a certain experience you should be getting at the window. I don't know if they do that, but there's a certain experience you are supposed to be getting at the window, and your drink is supposed to be ready by the time you get there, and there is a certain flow to things. And we used to get tips. We used to get good tips. I don't know. I tip, and I pay it forward.
At
Ain't
Starbucks?
nobody ever paid for your drink before?
Yeah, but that's gonna end with me.
Oh, no. I don't end it. I pay for somebody's drink.
That's gonna end with me.
Oh.
She said, "The Lord bless
So
you
how much
today."
is the drink behind me?
I feel like, look,
$43.55.
I feel like-
My drink was
No,
$12.
no, so then I'll be like, so look, I'll be like,
No,
I'll
I
put
don't
12
do
on
any
it.
pay it forward.
I'll pay
I'm
whatever
sorry.
I was gonna pay on my own drink on
That
their
makes
drink.
sense.
But like again, I worked at Starbucks
but
and I'm
God just blessed you, and you took, and instead of just accepting that blessing, you
You gotta
no,
keep
you
it-
give it. No, you
You wanna
pass
keep
it
the blessing
along.
going.
That made your day pulling up to that window and saying somebody else paid for your drink. Oh, that's really nice.
Does the
I'm gonna
blessing
pay
stay
it.
on me if I stop the blessings for everybody else, or does
That's selfish and great. Like,
does it stop and it just keeps my blessing? I keep the blessing and then fuck them up.
I'm gonna pay it forward.
I'm okay. I don't want to pay it forward, and
I'm the odd man out on this one.
I feel like I'm okay. If somebody paid for my food or whatever, I'm gonna grab my stuff and I'm driving off. And I don't care what anybody gonna judge me on that one. Okay, y'all can say whatever. Y'all can judge.
I did that
whatever.
But you a
before.
But
tip
I
person.
don't
Sure.
feel. But
But you a tip person.
That's not
Yeah.
the same thing. That's not
What
the
is
same
the
thing at
difference?
all.
because
What's-
the pay it forward
Yeah.
is me paying for your
Okay,
stuff.
so what happens? What happens?
But you're
when,
expected to tip when you go out to a restaurant.
What does
You're
that have to do with paying
expected to do
forward?
that.
Okay, so what happens? What happens when? Because I've already started to see some of this. McDonald's starts asking for tips.
They do,
Start
and
asking?
I put no.
Asking?
I put no.
Oh, on the
I
thing.
put no.
On the
No, nigga, like Yeah. Even if you
On the
walk
when you
inside.
check in, it's on the
Even
thing.
when you walk
A
inside.
lot of places are doing that. Food places for drive-through and stuff like that.
They're
Again,
like, you want a tip?
Yeah, no.
No, I don't want a tip.
I mean, you can round up. They used to ask for round
I'm
up.
not
I don't
doing
do
round
round up either.
Because I do roundups on
hey,
Acorn. So,
hey,
man, matter of
It's a
fact, shout
couple
out
dollars.
Acorn. If y'all want
Couple dollars?
to get
No,
in there,
so
you
think
got
it's a couple
family
dollars, but
plans,
what are
they
they
doing
got
with
what are they doing
credit
with your money?
cards.
That's an ad.
Yeah, you know
Are
what I'm
they-
saying?
they're not
giving it to the
employees?
Acorn's
So
got
no,
it.
I'm not gonna make the rich even more richer than I'm
Right.
already making them.
That
Because
makes
me
sense.
just eating there is getting them richer.
Right.
But ultimately, no, because if I wanted
It's
to
not going
round
to
it
the
up,
employees.
here, yeah, I'll give it to directly to the employees if I was gonna waste my money like that. I'd never.
But you
give
have
it to-
card.
to-
I always have a card. I don't have.
Oh, I don't ever round up, so I don't give a fuck. When they like, oh, do you want to give it to a charity? Hell
No.
no.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, no.
I
That's a
don't.
write off.
I don't know if it's actually going there.
Not
And it's a
well,
write-off.
All
it
them
does,
people that
If it
donate
does,
to Red
but,
Cross.
but
It's a write-off.
money was already donated, so you're giving them their money back, and then they still get a tax write-off for it.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I got better stuff to do. You're
I
not
didn't know
gonna-
that.
I'm already
You
poor.
playing
Oh,
me.
they get the write off
Yeah,
when
that's
they
you
get
Yeah.
the
playing me.
Okay, now fuck that.
The reason is if you like on your receipt, it'll show that you gave that money to them, right? Keep your receipt, but you're gonna keep it for 7 years. When the IRS come knocking on your door looking for the shit, it's gonna be faded out, gone, lost. I ain't got time for that.
I used to hate asking for donations. I used to work at Czech City. Used to hate it.
What the fuck, Czech City donate?
Three square.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do like 3 Square though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But there's so many other outreaches with 3 Square that you could do on your own. There's no reason to donate.
They used to always go to the once a quarter. They would always go to the facility and help out. I never went, but
I loved it. I do. I have gone a couple of times, but that was just because I do like working there. I enjoy it. You know,
Sorry.
you pack kids meals for the schools.
you
and
meet the
they-
kids.
No, you just pack all their lunches and then they donate it to those schools so that the less fortunate kids
Can
can
eat
eat
something.
something.
That's
So
bad.
I do like 3 Square, and I do go over there and work for them. It's not like they pay you, but it's nice to
Get back.
you know, especially for kids, right? Because like
Yeah.
some kids they don't have food on the weekends, and they give them like a little weekend thing, a little weekend.
Damn, you ain't got food on the week. You only got food during the
That's
week.
a real
Fuck,
thing
like-
though. When COVID hit, like my mom, she works at school. She told me a lot of them
A
were
lot
scared
of
for the
them,
kids because
yeah.
that's how they eat.
It's
That's how they
during the
eat.
week.
Yeah, and then
3 Square donated a lot of food. We put together 20,000 meals in one day. And they load them trucks up, and they just would
They
go
do that
to
every
the
day,
schools,
daily.
and yeah, you can volunteer. You're able to volunteer. You can just go onto their website and go.
No,
on
I'm just saying they do that amount every single day.
I don't know. That was how much we did that day.
23,000,
20,000.
20,000.
But they split those up between different schools.
Right.
So, yeah, and the trucks go to the schools and they handed out the food, and that was really nice. So I do like 3 Square. I like them.
Yeah.
are you gonna say cross
Over there,
to do like community service when
Yeah.
you get older?
definitely there. I feel like when you find a good place, like what's them people
Supposed to go
called
to
that I
Home
don't
Depot.
like? Salvation Army.
Oh,
I ain't never
yeah,
gonna do
no.
shit for up and them. I never help them ever
Oh,
again.
they have a seniors breakfast. A
So
lot of old people.
I want to thank all of y'all for coming through today. Thank Miss Taylor, Paisley, Brandon. Thank y'all for joining us. We're gonna try out some new things with this green screen shit. It will not be my man from Everybody Hates Chris next time the whole time. So
Tyler?
yeah,
Call us
Tyler.
by his name.
Nigga, that's everybody. That's
His name is
Chris.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh,
The nigga
Tyler
named
James
Chris.
Williams.
Chris.
Okay. All right.
So
we got
Chris
Charles
Rock, nigga.
and-
Fuck you talking about? But yeah, that was another episode, and we will see y'all next week.
I don't know. I feel like that's crazy.
But
That you pay it forward.
I don't pay it for it. I don't tip.
Oh,